Hello and welcome to In the Cool of the Day. I'm your host, Tia Young, and today we are going to focus on being fit for service. Many of us who work in the church or with religious organizations or nonprofit organizations want to help in so many different ways. But the truth of the matter is this: quite a few of us are not even physically fit to walk down the street to the corner drugstore. So how can we spend 4 or 5 hours passing out food to the needy? My inner witness tells me that God isn't coming down from heaven to get us physically fit. This is something we have to commit to do ourselves. Today, we have just the person to encourage us and to give us a plan to get physically fit. Lance Aroun Fofana is the owner and master fitness trainer of FoFitness, LLC. Welcome, Lance, to In the Cool of the Day.
Thank you, Tia. I appreciate it.
Good.
It's a blessing to be here.
Thank you. Thank you for coming. Lance, I have so many questions that I'm going to ask you today, and I want you to do a demonstration after the break, so let's get started.
Let's do it.
You have a very interesting journey. You were born in Sierra Leone during the time of just unrest, massive unrest.
Yes.
Can you talk to us about your journey from Sierra Leone to the United States and all of the things that you've done, positive things that you've done since you've been here?
Well, pretty much in my childhood, we had a civil war in Sierra Leone, and God bless me enough, my mother was able to retrieve myself and my sister, my older sister, over to the United States. It was an adjusting period. The period was really hard. You see a lot of traumatic situations out there that can either make you go forward or have you backwards. And we choose to go forward. We fought and we fought, adjusting to the culture and the way of life in America. And so far it's been good.
Very good. Now, you went to school here in America? Did you go here?
Yes, I went to school. I went to in the public city schools in Alexandria.
Oh, okay.
Minnie Howard, T.C. Williams.
Okay, T.C. Williams, all right.
T.C. Williams. Remember the Titans.
Yes, I remember the Titans, that's right. And then from there, college?
I went to college, Hawaii Pacific. I actually joined the military and received scholarships. So while I was in Hawaii Pacific, I also played soccer for the school team while I was in the military. But that was great. And then I got the Marine Corps and joined the Army.
The Marine Corps and the Army?
And the Army.
Did you do anything special while you were there?
Other than training individuals to be capable of serving not only the community but also making sure that we're combat ready. I was also an aviation accountant. So I get to carry the big laptop around, buying helicopters and so on. It was fun.
So you actually had the responsibility of training the military men and women to be fit?
Yes. It's quite a task. It actually started as a competitive. I'm very highly competitive, so I look forward to the weekends. And while in the Marine Corps, it was hard to get the weekends without winning something. So the first couple of months we were there, our team was always last. So we can't go out on the weekend because we have to be in. And I just got tired of it, and we started training. We started winning. From that winning, the responsibility came that now the individuals that started coming last, they tasked them to me to train.
Wow.
And that's how we started. The next thing you know, I had about 200 Marines that I was training. 200? 200, and it went on, still civilians as well, and Navy personnel. And when I joined the Army, it just got worse, in a good way.
In a good way.
In a good way, yes.
Good. So now tell me a little bit about college. So what did you end up studying in college? Was it a fitness?
Accounting.
Accounting?
I did accounting, yes. My bachelor's in accounting and my master's is in business. But I also have an associate in exercise science. Mm-hmm.
Now I gotta ask this because I haven't heard you say one thing about playing sports. When you were in high school, and just looking at you, just the physical part of you, it looks like you would have been very strong in that area. So how did you miss that?
Well, being that I'm from Africa, our parents back then, nowadays it's kind of different. They're more leaning on education. So my mother did not want me to play sports. She wanted me to.
She would not let you play.
She would not let me play sports. She wanted me to have an education. She wanted me to be either a doctor or a lawyer or scientist of some sort. So I was actually told by the principal that Mr. John Porter, I could not play sports. So. But I played outside the school. I just couldn't participate with the school.
Okay.
So,
okay, what is she saying now?
She's saying, you know what, I should have let you play. If I knew you were that good, I should have let you play. So I said, well, you know, it all works out for the best.
Right. So now you're here in America, you know, you've been educated, you've got your degrees. Now the business part, how did FoFitness come about?
Well, while I was in Africa, my grandmother, may God rest her soul, she was overweight. And as a kid, I didn't understand how come it took us so long to come down the stairs. We don't have no elevators. There's no accessibility for easy access in and out. So she would come downstairs and stay downstairs all day until it's time to go to bed. And she pretty much became the guinea pig of all medication. You know, she sees somebody walking around with a medication, she wants to try it. All she was looking for was to get better. It don't matter if it's something that you swallow or something that you rub. She just wanted to get better. So I could not understand why it was so difficult for her to get into transportations or to just walk around. It was so hard for her. She never attended any. She don't move around. She wasn't mobile, and that. Now that I'm looking at it, and I wish I could have done something, but I was a kid. I didn't really know what it was. So that was one of the things that made Fo, even though it's the first two letters of my last name, but it's about fighting obstacles.
I like that.
You know, regardless what situations you are, there's always a way out. Right. You know, you can either go forward or you can go backwards. Just like when I came from Sierra Leone, they had a war. A lot of people were traumatized. I was traumatized, so was my sister. But we vowed not to let the trauma, what we saw affect how we move forward in our future.
That's an awesome testimony. Thank you for sharing that with us.
Thank you.
What types of services does FoFitness Center provide?
We have everything from youth fitness to senior fitness. We also have special needs that we work with, to group training, which is boot camp, salsa, Zumba. We even have pole fitness as well. Oh,
okay, great, fantastic. And your fitness center is here in the Virginia area?
Yes, it's in Alexandria on Eisenhower Avenue.
Okay, all right. You know, I hear so many people talking about weight loss and you need to do this and you need to do that. I mean, you just kind of want to take your hands and go like this because everybody is saying something different. What can you tell me about all the talk about muscle mass versus body water versus body fat? What is all that?
Well, my take in this is it's about healthy living. Weight loss is, regardless how much you weigh, are you healthy? You know, there's a thing called skinny fat, you know, when you're skinny, but your body is nothing but fat. And there's also fat but muscular. If you look at the linemen in the football league, they're very healthier than most models that we see out there. It's due to that the muscle mass that they have. When it comes to weight loss, I really don't like using the word weight loss because you have three different types of weight. You know, in my opinion, you have muscle mass, you have body water, and then you have body fat. Most people, when they do this dieting or all these fad diets that they do, they're actually not losing body fat, which is what they're supposed to be losing. They are actually losing muscle mass and body water.
Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot to take in. So that's pretty important.
It's important to understand that it's the same way you went out, you know, becoming overweight or fat, you can come back the same way without having any excessive skin hanging on you. But if you do it the wrong way, then you're going to have those.
Right.
You're going to have those skins hanging.
Well, Lance, you were talking to me earlier about what you call them the 5 pillars.
Yes.
Can you share with us very briefly what those pillars are?
The 5 pillars for me is about healthy living. Healthy living is, are you drinking enough water? That's the one of the first pillars right there. Are you exercising? Most people say, well, I'm going for a walk. How intense is your walk? Are you just walking casual while you're having a conversation with your friend, or are you having a distance and a time put towards that distance? You know, and the third pillar is exercising. Sorry, that's the second pillar. The third pillar is eating. You have to eat. A lot of people go into this fat diets. Well, I need to cut carbs out. I need to cut protein out. I need to cut fat. You don't need to cut anything. You need to have those. Your body requires you to have all those different essentials. They're all essential to your body. The fourth one is stress. And then the fifth one is sleep. It's very important. They're all independent, but they're codependent. They survive from each other. If you listen to your body talks to you. If you're tired, you're not able to eat. Your appetite is not really good. And then when you do decide to eat, you just go overwhelmed. You're overwhelmed on the food. And when you don't have enough water, you start to have headaches. Your tongue is dry. You're not able to hold a conversation. You're not able to concentrate when you don't sleep. So those five pillars, all codependent, and it belongs to each other. You can't do two and leave out three. You can't do three or four, missing one. They all have to be on the same piece of paper.
Wow. Well, Lance, I have failed all five of those pillars, so I guess you need to have a little conversation with me.
We shall. we have to.
Well, we're going to take a short station break, but we will be right back after these announcements. So don't touch that dial.
Hello, my name is Tony Arnold, and I'm the senior pastor of All Nations Church of God, where you are watching In the Cool of the Day. You know, this is where you need to come watch and get your praise on. So stay tuned to In the Cool of the Day. Thank you.
Welcome back. You're watching In the Cool of the Day with our special guest, Lance Aroun Fofana, owner and master fitness trainer for FoFitness, LLC. Lance, for those people who want to exercise at home, they don't really want to, or maybe they don't have the time to go to a gym, what kinds of things can they do to build up body fitness and maybe reduce some of the stress in the office and at home?
Well, this is one of my beliefs right here, that every opportunity, every house equipment or every house furniture that you have can be an equipment to work out with. Your couch, your bed, even your kitchen counter, all those you can use. For example, we can use this as a kitchen counter.
Wow.
Okay. So this is your kitchen counter, right? You can come up to it and you can work on practicing your push-ups. Okay, because it's most important for you to build that upper body strength. Okay. You carry your purse or you carry items with you, and a lot of people, they struggle when they carry items. So when you build your arm strength and your chest muscles, it becomes a lot more easier for you to carry things. So pretty much, you want to lean forward, make sure you know nice straight posture. Okay, abs tight, back is straight, and you just want to lower your body down and then push yourself back up. Okay, and if you're used to this, just do it for 40 seconds. Not that long, just 40 seconds, okay? You want to see how many you can do in 40 seconds, okay? If you get tired, just hold yourself up, okay? And another way you can do it is you can kind of put a little bit of advanced motion to it. You can go down as you're coming up. You're going to bring your right leg to your left arm, go back down, switch it down. So you're working on flexibility and also static strength. Okay, so those are one of the things you can do while you're at the house.
Wow,
okay?
That's amazing. Thank you. Now, I see you brought some rubber bands over there. So you're a rubber band man today?
Yes.
So what do they do? What can they do?
I call this the most inexpensive gym away from the gym. Okay, a lot of people, this is about you using your imagination. The bands can do wonders for you.
So do the colors mean anything?
The colors are designate what kind of strength level they have, how much resistance they have. Like this green one is light, so it's pretty lightweight. If anybody can use this one, pretty much. Even a kid can use it. And then the red one is medium. Then the blue is heavy. They also have yellow. Yellow is a super light one.
I need that.
And they have purple and black as well. Those are the extreme heavy ones. Pretty much with the band, if you have anywhere to You can resist yourself with it. You become the gym. Or, for example, I'm going to work on my biceps. Okay, I'm going to use the light one while I'm sitting down. So let's say you're watching TV.
Okay.
So you're sitting down. Okay, keep your back straight. Okay. Arms are up. Keep your arms tight to your body, and you just come up and down. So if you're on commercial break, you just want to see how many bicep curls you can do. Okay, make sure you exhale when you're coming up. Inhale when you're going down.
Okay.
Okay, you just want to see how many you can do at that time. So you're helping yourself out. So that's one thing. And then you can also do work on your shoulders. So standing right there and just kind of lift the bands up and down. So this is called frontal raise when you're coming up front. And then you also have lateral raise. So if I'm sitting facing you, okay, I'm just going to bring my arms to the side.
All right.
So this is lateral. Okay, so we're working on the frontal part and the rear part of your shoulders. Okay.
So does this mean that I don't have to spend $1,000 for a piece of gym equipment?
Exactly.
Because I'm sure, I mean, these are not very expensive, are they?
No, they're inexpensive, and it makes you have to think. Okay. And it makes it fun because it's not stationary. You can move it any way you want. You can conform to you any way and how you want to. That's what makes it special. You can travel with it. It's very lightweight. You can put it in your carry-on. Mm-hmm. You can even put it in your pocket. As long as you pull it out when you're going through a security check. But it's pretty much when I travel, I'm always with it. I always have it at the airport when I'm waiting to board, or even when I'm in the plane, I'm actually working out, especially when I'm going on a long distance.
That's
travel.
Amazing. Well, Lance, you brought some really awesome video clips, yeah. And we won't have time to go through all of them. We're going to try to show them, where people can see them, but we won't have time to go through them during this shoot. I would like to go through about 3 of them, though, and one of them is this precious young lady, Catherine, who is a special needs client of yours. Can you tell us a little bit about Catherine? I mean, I noticed that when I first saw her in your clip, she could barely lift her head up, let alone her arms. And by the time I looked at the second clip, this lady was running.
Yes.
She was literally running from one end of a hall down the other. So can you talk a little bit about Catherine?
Well, Catherine has been, God bless her, she's very sweet. She has musculatory problems, meaning that her balance is off, so subjected to anytime losing the balance. And she, most of the time, don't have control of her. She forgets about her head, and so her head is always down here. Mm-hmm. So what we started doing is just building her confidence. That's the first thing first. She loves to sing. She loves music. So that's one of the ways that you get her attention is by having just having a popular song. She is more in tune with the culture of what's going on in terms of the music than I am. She knows all the songs that's coming out. So, but we just started working. She's very fun. You have to count with her. If you don't count with her, she would not participate. So you have to be involved with her working out. When she does 1, she would say it 1, and you have to say it 1 as well. You have to be ahead of her or behind her when she's counting. But we started, she couldn't do any push-ups. Her body was very in that weak zone. But 6 months and counting, now she's able to run by herself without me having to be by her side. So I'm leading her, and she's able to sprint. When we first started, we were just walking. Mm-hmm. That's all we started to do, just walk. We went from walking slowly to walking rapidly to slightly jogging to fully jogging and not having to be by her side and actually competing with her. So she has this trick. On your marks, get set. By the time I say get set, she's already gone. Oh, wow.
So do you have to have her physician there with you, or
no.
Or you had to get permission beforehand?
They did a physical on her, and that's pretty much what was done. And I did my own assessment on her, and her body was totally in need of some strength training. A lot of people don't believe that special needs, or even us, the ones that don't need, not special needs, we don't believe that. We believe at a certain age we just, oh well, just let human nature take its course, which is I'm not need to bother with the gym. I don't need to be a superwoman or superman.
Right.
But it's not for that. Your muscles can always learn. Your body, your brain, always in a learning mode. It never shuts down on you unless you shut it down. So pretty much that's what we're trying to defy right now, is fighting the obstacles of the way people think. So one of the things that I do with Catherine is I pair her up with one of the staff, and they're supposed to hold her back. Literally, there are videos out there of her pushing them and pulling them in. So there's a band, you know, pushing the ball out and then pulling them in, and they can't stop her.
Oh, that's
amazing. And I have to use about 65% of my strength to hold her. And sometimes she even pushed me from 65%. I have to go to 75 to 80%.
Oh, that's outstanding. Wow. Now, you have another clip of a female baby boomer. And I have never seen a woman, I don't know how old she is. I mean, I'm assuming that she is a baby boomer.
73.
She's 73 and pushing iron like what I saw and what the viewers are seeing right now.
Yes.
Tell us about her.
Patricia, I call her Pat, and her husband first got introduced to FoFitness by their daughter, Twisha. She bought them a Mother's Day package, and they came in. She was willing to do it, but George was a little bit reluctant. So when they walked in, they both had cane. Pat had a cane, and George was leaning on Pat. So George had Parkinson's, and Pat had a bad knee. So we just started walking, taking it from day one. We started with music, just trying to get them to recognize the coordination of their body, having them moving in a fun environment. And then we started getting serious with the workouts, but we still have the music at the end or in between there. So it's more of a relaxing zone, getting their body to not think that they're actually exercising, but it's fun. So we went from there to playing tennis with them. They went from having to depend on each other for, you know, to walk around, to not having to depend on no one for walking around.
Wow.
By the time they finished their session, they were actually running with 10-pound weights on each hand around the building, which is about a quarter of a mile.
That's simply amazing. Now, you also have a clip that was impressive to me, and I think you called it boot camp.
Boot camp.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Boot camp is where the general population come and they work out together. It's a fun environment. It's very challenging, but you work as a partner. Most of the exercises, you have a partner. So it gives you that opportunity to meet others alike. And a lot of us, we want to do it, we want to exercise, but you don't have that reinforcement behind you. We always face that obstacle, like, oh, I'm tired today, I'm not feeling it, you face that. So most of the time it drags you, the individual, because you're motivated, you want to do this, but you're also excited to have your significant other or your family members, you know, join you and fight this obstacle. The unhealthy living that we are in is it's an epidemic, and we have to fight it. So being in that group environment, now you're able to see others alike. And it forces you to exchange numbers. I have had clients that keep time or keep tab on each other. You know, they exchange numbers and they call each other. They plan their exercises when they come to fold at the same time. And if one don't show up, the other one will call, what's wrong with you? So it becomes that point that you go beyond just, okay, I'm working out with this individual, so I really care about this individual, because you have to care about one another. You're excited when you see their progress. You're excited when you see an individual that could not do a push-up to doing a full body push-up, you know, and it just gives you that wow feeling, and it's priceless seeing that environment.
Right. So that seems like a fantastic partnership.
It's a partnership that it makes you reach for the untouchable. A lot of people say, well, what is that? I know that right now, just sitting here, I'm not able to reach you. But if I make that extra effort, I'm able to get out there and touch you.
Right.
So that's what it is. It's about understanding that, okay, I just have to make the effort rather than saying I can't. Let the can't become I will. I will do my best. I will try. You know, I'm not going to just let it succumb and say, well, I quit. You know?
I like that. I like that very
so
much.
that when you have that partner, it kind of gives you that feeling of I need to try more. I need to become.
Right. Well, Lance, it's been such a pleasure having you. We're just about out of time. So we want to thank you so much for sharing your products and services with us today. Lance, your contact information is scrolling on the screen right now. Those of us who want to serve God with all our hearts, working in the vineyard, must be physically fit to do so. We all need to take another look in the mirror and face the truth at what we see, and that includes me. If you have questions about the show and how you can be interviewed by one of our hosts, please contact me at info@sagesolutionsgtm.net. Thank you so much for watching In the Cool of the Day. We hope that you have enjoyed today's show, and we will see you real soon. Bye-bye.